Hi there. You join me taking a quick look at the Jacob's Elevator, a very much cut down version of Jacob's Ladder. It concentrates on the second half only, and the way I've configured it just now, it only looks at the over 1.5 goals market. This is a strategy as is. I'll make it available on the drop down section so you can download it and play with it to your heart's content. The important thing to note is it still makes use of linked markets to avoid the need for a live score feed to be present. Specifically, it will use the under 0.5 market to detect if there's a goal being scored, and it uses the half-time match odds market to detect when it's half-time. Now, with that in mind, it's important to recognise that you need to assign this strategy before that market is closed, otherwise you'll get an error. If I just minimise that out the way, I open this market up after half time, second half is underway, and you can see that error comes up because that market is no longer available to you. Switching back to the editor again, and just to quickly run through, it's essentially the same thing as before. Once all these conditions here are met, it will start drip feeding back bets into the market to the value of £5. It does it 10 times using the execution count method rather than repeat on success, and it does so every 150 seconds, in other words every 2.5 minutes. When a goal is scored, it will green up. If a goal isn't scored by the time you run out of money, it will trade out for a guaranteed loss. If you don't want to green up and you don't want to trade out and you just want it to be left as an accumulating bet, if you like, and it's slowly built up at better odds as the odds increase, just disable these two rules and it'll take it to the end of the match. Keep in mind, of course, is that the drip feeding still stops once you've reached 50 quid. The half-time market is used to detect when it's half-time. If I pull over the edge of the automation rule, there's also these things here. I've pointed these out to you before, so you could actually specify the match period, and there you can choose whether it's first half, half-time or second half. The point about all of those market football conditions is it relies on a live score feed, so that's why I haven't used them. I have had in the past, when I was testing Jacob's Ladder, situations where Betfair didn't close the half-time market down at the half-time whistle. Instead, it waited until the second half was underway, which isn't necessarily what you want to do. Okay, and then one other thing, this doesn't start till 65 minutes after in-play starts. So in other words, it's trying to estimate when the second half is underway, but also take into account any potential extra time or injury time at the end of the first half. Okay, as I say, this is available for download. Feel free to do so and play around with it, and just make sure that you adjust the stakes if that stake is too high for you. £5 a time, so it's a maximum of 50 quid. Okay guys, thanks very much. I'll speak to you later on. Cheers.